eParticipation is using online tools to allow people, whether young or old, to actually affect political decision making.
We've had an interesting debate about engagement and participation, and about moving beyond engagement into real participation, meaning that we don't only want to achieve getting the views of the general public, but actually getting them to participate in discussions.
It is difficult to connect anybody into political decision making. I think you have to make it relevant to them, make them believe that they can actually make a difference. I think young people these days are slightly mistrustful of politicians or the traditional political system. So for young people in particular, they need to have the confidence that if they get involved, then it can actually make a difference.
We have many tools to enable citizens to be engaged in policy making. Of course, nowadays the society is really connected. So there are a lot of expectations around using new technology to be engaged in policy debates.
The European Commission can lead by example, so they can, first of all, with all of their different policy discussions, really try to engage as widely as possible. They've been doing so already through the various platforms, and it's quite difficult at a European level to really try and get down to end users.
We as policymakers need to adapt much more to the channels, as you say, modern technology, social media, through which especially young people communicate their views on pretty much everything, and we see an enormous engagement, so it's a matter of adapting to this.
Through online tools we can try to bridge this gap. It's not the tool in itself, but actually the kind of process, how we can ensure that the citizens, through those online tools, for example, either get the right information that allows them to get to understand better the policies and get to understand better how they are related with what they do on a daily basis, and how those online tools can actually make a difference on how collect the opinions of the citizens.
It's a misconception when we sometimes think that, oh, the young people are not engaged in our topics. I think they are super engaged, and we've seen the tremendous impact that youth engagement can have, for example, during the Arabic Spring. It's just a matter of finding the ways to accommodate that engagement into the decision-making processes.
It's not so much based on the E and e-politics or e-democracy or e-participation. It's the same problem we've been facing all the time. Colin Crouch is talking of a post-democratic status of our society, and of course we have that when we do online politics as well. It's people being disenchanted with the political system, it's people asking for a real change, and we also had it in the discussion now. What we are doing right now is we are still sort of caught in a political discourse that might be overrated, and we have to move on and give people some real power, or give power back to the people.
The main challenge is really to bring content. It's not so much a technical challenge, it's not so much about the reaching out, it's really about how to bring a content that is really meaningful in order then to make the reach out possible.